Or you just have Craig Robinson, who just does covers, and he just does covers, and it's awesome.
I see pictures of him. I've never seen him live, but I see he's always at the Improv at the piano doing something.
Yeah, it's fun. I got to, what was it? One of the people that worked at Bourbon Room, she did like she ran like a Christmas show at a farmer's market. It was a Christmas, and she asked me to be on it, and also Craig Robinson was the closer. And she goes on stage, and she asked everyone who performed to come on stage and sing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." So I got to sing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" with Greg Robinson in a bank parking lot that was for a farmer's market. And I went to one guy after. I was like, "Wow, this is one of the craziest moments."
Yeah, that's one of the
ones. Odd.
When you started stand-up, you didn't picture yourself in a parking lot.
It was just really weird, but it was a great time. It was just very funny.
You're at the Bourbon Room a lot.
Yeah, well, I help usher. I mean, I was helping there with when it was SuperNova, which is coming back. Tomorrow, I think, is.
I thought they were only doing that during the pandemic on that parking lot off Whitley or something.
Yeah, they're bringing it back. They're doing it again.
By the Motel 6?
Yeah, they're doing it. They're bringing it back, I guess, for the summer, but I don't know if they'll still keep doing it. I don't know.
Right on.
It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow, or at least, the first show's tomorrow. It's going to be fun, but they definitely started it from the pandemic.
I was going to ask, how did that whole thing come about? Because I'd never heard of that before. Was it a product of the pandemic? Or
I think it was. So I first started going there just as an audience member. Like I just saw that there was a show, and I just started going, and there were a lot of comics. Anthony Jeselnik's my favorite comic. And
I saw Bill Burr did one of those shows there.
Yeah. Oh, I saw. This was before I started working there. I saw my roommate and I went to see Bill Burr, and we saw him destroy a heckler, and it was like art. It was true. We get there, and we're sitting, and to the table, not next to us, but like one row above, to like right next to us, there is this old guy who was just clearly hammered. Old guy, white hair. He looks like Michael McDonald. He is like asleep, really drunk, and he's barely paying attention to Bill Burr, but he's just going, "That's sexist. That's sexist." And he is not. Bill Burr can't hear him because he's not yelling. He's just saying that.
That's probably the best thing you can hear out of a drunk old man's mouth is like, "That's progressive views." Yeah. Usually it's the other way.
But so only me and my friend can hear him.
Yeah.
So we're just focusing on him as much as we are on Bill Burr. Like, is he going to ever notice?
Yeah.
And then once Bill Burr finally noticed, he just started eviscerating him. He was like, "Okay, look, now, see, everyone can see you can't handle your liquor." And, he's just shitting on him. And because my friend and I saw him, knew what was happening, knew before, we just started dying.
That's awesome.
And then, do you know Nate Welch?
No.
Kind of
heir to the Welch fortune?
No. He's a guy with a Louisiana accent, bald, kind of talks like this.
No.
Because he was like the security or like one of the people, the bouncers at SuperNova and Bourbon Room, and I just remember him coming to like take him, telling him to leave.
Oh my God.
And it's just funny looking back because now he's one of my closest friends in comedy. So it was just fun, and I would always see it. So it was just
saw him before you knew him kind of thing?
Yeah, saw him before I knew him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was very fun. But I think it just started through the pandemic.
And now they're bringing it back in full force.
Yeah, in full force. I mean, it was a great show. It was a lot of fun.
You get to go. I've seen pictures of you up on stage at the Bourbon Room a lot.
Yeah.
So you work there and you get to do sets as well?
Yeah, there's a few people that work there that just help out, and while also getting paid. Like you can get to open the show like every few shows.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of a rotation.
How many people fit in that room? I've never been in there.
Definitely over. I am so bad with that kind of guessing.
I feel that.
So I don't know if I say 200, that's like I'm so off. But over 100, I mean, it can definitely fit a lot of people.
I've never been in. I drive past it all the time.
Yeah.
I've been to the bar once because I was walking back from some store and they were just open. So I just went up there and just looked around. But I never saw like the stage.
Stage is really cool. They don't really do much comedy there. It's mostly music. They were doing a unauthorized musical about Obama.
Huh. What does unauthorized mean?
It was called It was called like 44, the unauthorized musical about him, told through the hazy mind of Joe Biden or something. It was a lot of, and no disrespect, but it was a lot of like really cringe, like jokes.
Yeah.
You know,
That sounds
a lot
about
of
right.
a lot of clapping lines.
I feel
Like there'd
that.
be a scene with Obama where he's with Mitch McConnell, and they're like, "You only care about the money the NRA gives you," and just everyone in the room clapping.
Yeah.
And then he has a seizure on stage, and
Yeah, it's
everyone
just
goes,
like
yes.
yeah, and and then he would sing these songs. But there is some like incredible moments, and there were some phenomenal moments.
Right on.
It was also funny because the comedy show would be after it, and it always ran late, so the shows would start so much later than they would.
I'm sure most of the opening jokes were about that. Or is it a different audience?
Different audience,
Oh, okay,
different
right on.
audience. Different audiences. But it was. But they do a lot of fun stuff there. It's a fun venue, and I'm happy to do SuperNova again. That's
on.
yeah.
Right on. Well, I noticed you posted this picture of some artist that I'd never heard of, but the tag or the caption was like, "I can't believe this photo exists." Who was that guy?
With me at the Bourbon Room.
Yeah,
Oh, that was T.I.
that was who that
Oh,
was.
you got a picture with T.I.?
He came to Bourbon Room to do
Oh, my
stand
God.
up, and
He's doing stand-up now?
have you not heard about that? He's
No,
been doing
no,
stand-up.
no,
not
I've heard
at
about
all.
this.
He's been doing stand up. I think he famously was a disaster at the Comedy Store and went over a bunch and then there was he talked about on stage this I guess big moment in New York where he went up and he got booed and
Oh no.
but I was expecting the worst, but then he wasn't bad. I mean, he was really nice. It was very funny. So I was running the light for that
Yeah.
show and doing time. So, and then all of a sudden I get a text last second going, "Okay, closing, T.I." And I'm like,
Jesus.
"Okay." And then he gets there and I go up to him and it's really weird because I'm asking T.I., how much time do you want to do? And he's
That's
like,
gotta be so strange.
And
Hey,
he's like-
Mr. I, how?
Yeah.
how
yeah,
long you doing?
Mr. Tip, I would like to know. And he was like, "How much time do you want me to do?" And I kind of froze because I'm like, I don't know what's the appropriate, because I don't want to say 7 and he
Yeah.
gets pissed, but I don't want to say 20.
And he's like, I can't do 20.
I think we lasered in on 12.
Right on.
And it's so funny because he was asking me I was so I'll give you the light at 10. He's like, so the light means my time's about to be up, and I was like, yes it does. Yes. But he was really nice.
Explaining the light to T.I. That's
Listen,
hilarious.
Mr. T.
It was really funny, but I mean, he was really nice, and again, I laughed definitely. I mean, the thing is, he is naturally very good at certain things that will take comics, years to get good at, because
Yeah.
he just naturally is present.
He has a
stage.
performance background.
He has a
can be on
performance. I mean,
stage.
he's charismatic professionally. He's a professionally charismatic man. So he just naturally just knows how to control a stage. And there isn't. I realized also it's different, but there is a joke writing kind of style to rapping. There's a lot of setup punchline in a lot of rap. It's just if you just really think of there's a lot of rappers that are funny and say funny lines and wordplay and all that stuff. So there isn't I don't think if you really work hard at it, I think there could be. Maybe I'm just trying to defend T.I., but I also understand if someone's like, oh, fuck this. But I mean, there's definitely, I feel like
I get it. I mean, it's not that crazy of a jump.
it's not too crazy. I mean, I think probably why a lot of comics also would be upset is, there's that thing people say how stand-up's easy.
Yeah.
There's simultaneously a lot of people that think stand-up's super easy, and there's simultaneously a lot of people that think stand-up's the hardest thing on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why people would probably be upset. But I mean, I was laughing.
I could
And then
never.
I got that photo with them, and I'm like, that'll be a photo I'll save for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's a great photo.
Yeah,
What's
Nate's
your-
the other guy. Nate's that other guy.
Oh,
with
okay,
me in the
right on,
photo.
right on.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Los Angeles 98.
That's
So
it,
LOSTANGELES 98.
Hell yeah, dude.
Used to be Stanley Praise 98, but then I changed it because I don't know why. It just felt like a change.
Switch it up.
Well, Stanley Praise is my middle name, so I always just use Stanley Praise.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Word.
Well, yeah, dude, it is a great photo.
Yeah,
I just didn't know who that dude was.
Yeah, that was T.I. It was really, really fun. It's just a really funny moment.
Yeah, that's not as big as a jump when you think about it, going from something like rap to stand-up.
Yeah.
Because they'll have rap battles the same way people have roast battles, and it's
Yeah.
you have to figure out a creative way to explain to someone how you fucked their mother.
Yeah.
And so to turn that from a rap thing into a joke, it's not that big of a
And
jump.
a lot of rappers are just very comedic. I mean, Eminem, I mean, he's
hilarious.
Very fun. I mean, those videos. You know, I'm a huge Busta Rhymes, Missy Elliott fan, and they're very goofy. Those are my favorite kind of rappers because they're like very goofy and fun, but you also know they could eviscerate you if they wanted to.
I like Kevin Gates. I always liked Kevin Gates, and I don't listen to that much rap, but I just like Kevin Gates as a human.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, you showed me Kevin Gates.
Yeah,
I've no idea.
You're
who
like
that
he's
is.
awesome. He's got both hands tattooed to be revolvers.
Yeah, that's pretty hard, and he's just hilarious. He's just a good man, you know.
Yeah. I mean, Tyler the Creator, very fun. There's a lot of. I mean, there's also. I mean, you know, a lot of rappers become like act, and they can be very good actors. I mean, you know,
Ice Cube,
hilarious man. I mean, all those guys. They can be very. T.I.'s acted. I mean, T.I. He had a acting career. He hasn't acted in a minute, but he was in the Ant-Man movies and.